B2B growth teams often generate high demand, yet lose the ability to track how those specific efforts convert into closed revenue. The link between interest and income is frequently disconnected. This occurs because the data and software tools used by different departments remain siloed, preventing a clear view of the buyer's journey. Revenue operations, or RevOps, is the discipline of aligning marketing, sales, customer success, and data to solve this structural fragmentation. Scaling revenue requires a focus on data architecture rather than simply increasing lead volume. HubSpot serves as a unified relational database, connecting marketing, sales, and service into a single system of record. When digital activities are disconnected, they fail to reach a measurable business outcome. Touchpoints like email opens or website clicks scatter instead of converting. A unified CRM acts as a central processor. It captures these chaotic points and routes them towards a specific revenue goal. To understand how this works, we will construct the data architecture of a HubSpot RevOps engine from scratch, starting with a single web visitor. This structural knowledge distinguishes a system engineer from a tactical software user. Consider a business with zero existing data. Our first task is to define the containers that will hold our information. We begin with the first object, the contact. This represents an individual human being interacting with the business. In B2B sales, we must group individual contacts under a single corporate entity. This is the second object, the company. Building this association is a requirement for account-based marketing and enterprise sales tracking. When that company shows intent to buy, we introduce the third object, the deal. This represents a potential revenue transaction. Post-sale, we use the fourth object, the ticket. This tracks customer service or support requests to ensure the relationship continues. These four core objects form the structure of the CRM. Without this mapping, downstream automation and reporting cannot function. For a database to be useful, it must map unpredictable, real-world human behavior onto these foundational objects. The CRM logs every digital interaction a person has with the brand chronologically. We can trace a journey from the initial search to a document download, an email open, a telephone call, and finally, a signed contract. This visibility allows a sales representative to audit a prospect's specific interests and prior engagement before making a phone call. Marketing teams use this same timeline to see which pieces of content actually influenced the buyer's decision. The chronological timeline transforms isolated marketing activities into a unified, actionable revenue narrative. We move from tracking individual behavior to tracking macro revenue through the use of pipelines. A pipeline is a structured, sequential set of stages a deal moves through. This structure allows management to forecast future revenue. Revenue teams often conflate lifecycle stage with lead status, a distinction that defines how data is measured versus how it is handled. Lifecycle stage is the macro journey metric, like lead or MQL. Lead status is the micro operational metric, such as new or attempted contact. A prospect's macro status often remains unchanged, while their operational status requires multiple updates by the sales team as they attempt to connect. The macro stage tracks the buyer's proximity to a purchase, while the micro status tracks the internal team's current activity. Failing to separate these two concepts limits funnel visibility and creates misalignment between sales and marketing teams. As a company continues to grow and scale, manual data entry and repetitive follow-ups will eventually overwhelm the team's total capacity. Workflows provide a programmable logic layer, automating actions based on behavioral data without human intervention. The architecture of a workflow consists of a specific trigger condition that initiates an automated action. For example, a form fill can trigger a workflow that automatically updates a prospect status to MQL and alerts a sales representative. This logic also applies post-sale, such as generating an onboarding ticket the moment a deal is marked closed won. Automation carries risk. Flawed logical design can result in looping errors and corrupted CRM data. Workflows provide the mechanism that allows a lean RevOps team to manage a high-volume pipeline while ensuring every high-intent signal is addressed. The core objects and workflows we've built are accessed through specialized departmental interfaces called hubs. Marketing Hub generates the contacts, Sales Hub manages the pipelines, and Service Hub handles post-sale tickets. Operations Hub serves as the central nervous system, maintaining data hygiene, and syncing information across the entire ecosystem. This interconnected ecosystem ensures every department operates from a single source of truth. The objective of this RevOps architecture is to prove return on investment to leadership. A unified system allows you to reverse engineer a closed deal back to its point of origin. Instead of reporting general lead volume, marketing can now prove that a specific webinar generated $40,000 in closed pipeline. RevOps visibility is achieved only when front-end marketing activity is mathematically tied to back-end revenue. HubSpot provides the infrastructure for automation and tracking, but the software simply cannot fix a flawed business process. Success requires data hygiene, strictly defined lifecycle stages, and rigorous pipeline discipline from the sales team. While Salesforce remains a standard for complex enterprise environments, HubSpot has become a preferred platform for SaaS and growth teams due to its unified architecture. Ultimately, platform proficiency is defined by an understanding of revenue architecture rather than the ability to navigate a software interface.